Hello? What's up? It's Will, and welcome to the Zombie Scale Shop.
The apocalypse!
What's up, guys? It's Will. Back here with another update for Miss Piggy. And some of the other things I've been working on. First things first, I got a new little stand for my cell phone. Love the cell phone. The effects are pretty awesome. What I was using before was this. This is a camera. I wasn't using the camera. I was still using the cell phone, but I didn't have a stand for it. No way to, hold it. So what I did is took some modeling clay and made me a little seat there and sat this onto the tripod because, cell phones, they don't come with a little screw adapter. So, but my new little stand came in the mail. I'll pull the thing off and I'll show it to you. It's actually a pretty cool little stand. So just give me just a second. Alright. This is the new stand. Let's see if we can get it dressed up right here. Okay, what's pretty cool about it is that it folds down into a handheld and it'll hold your cell phone in place. This little thing lifts up right here and it clamps onto the stand, and I can actually take the stand and put it on my tripod, but this thing actually, the handle opens up into a little tripod that I can set right on my desk. And for 14 bucks, can't beat it, man. This thing's pretty awesome. So let me just put you right back onto the stand. And it's that quick, that simple. So if you guys, I know some of you guys use your cell phones and you're kind of, fiddling around with them and you don't like the shakiness that is in your videos, 14 bucks, eBay. It's just a little tripod stand, and, it takes away really a lot of the shakiness when you can fold it up into a handheld. It makes it just kind of easier to move it around. So I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Set that back there. Alright, and it is fully adjustable. Plus you can take the top off of it and stick it on a tripod. But let's get to the model. Alright, we got the pooper scoopers built. It's in the middle of paint right now. I've been doing some weathering on it. We'll get that up there. This is the spot that was cut out. The zombies are going to go through underneath right here and get shot out the back of the van. But, the weathering came out pretty good. I like it. Put some extra plates, like they had welded them on there. Now I'm going for a grunge look on this simply because it's not going to be all nice and pretty. This thing's had, combat damage and, whatnot. So, I'm liking it. I kind of got set back a little bit on the gun rack, I guess you can call it. So I had to rebuild it. It just got to get painted now and actually put into the van. Still not sure how I'm going to do the hydraulic pumps yet. I went ahead and I made these up for it. Basically, this is the cylinder. Let me see if I can. There we go. The cylinder's up here, shaft right here. It would go up and down. The travel point of it, I work on dump trailers a lot, and the shaft doesn't sink down all the way into the cylinder. But I'm still thinking this is just too small. And it might actually be too big for the scale of the model. So I'm still working on that front. The model's named Miss Piggy for a reason. This thing's been hogging up my time. And you can, once you've worked on a model for 3-4 months, you get a little burnt out on them. So, but, we're plugging away at it. As far as the inside goes, I got the rest of it painted. Let's see if you can see it. I got the back side of the trough painted. We got all the rails in there painted and everything. So that's where we're at on Miss Piggy. The other thing I've been working on is Big Boss Jim's tribute build that I was going to do. The 41. Yeah, 41 Willie's pickup. Been working on that a little bit. I got all the seam lines, you know, sanded down and out. Came out pretty good. Still got a little bit more sanding to do up here, but not a whole lot. A little bit right there. For there, yeah, I know you've seen a lot of guys using sanding sticks, but if you don't have any sanding sticks, I rated my wife's beauty things, and you just use nail files. They're pretty rough. You're still going to need to get sandpaper. Harbor Freight, I think, has got it for like $2 or $3. You get a package, and it goes all the way from $300 all the way up to $1,500, and I think it's like 2 sheets per grit. So, you know, pick that up, use this to rough it up, you know, get the big stuff out of the way, and then just go back with your sandpaper, and you'll be all right. That's what I've been using to knock down the, you know, the heavy seams that are on this. And then I'll go back with my sandpaper and really polish it up and clean it up before it even goes into paint. But another thing that I'm going to be doing, the colors that I'm going to be painting this, I know Big Boss Jim was doing Kentucky Rain, and at first I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this in his colors, you know, the light blue and the blue. But I don't know Kentucky Rain, and so what I do know is Arizona heat. I live in Arizona, so, you know, I know all about Arizona heat. I work outside. I think today it's supposed to get up to like 110, 106. So these are the colors that I'm going to go with. It's like a metallic red and a yellow. And I think it's just really going to set off this model. I'm also going to be throwing black in there as well. And I was sitting here looking at it, and, you know, I draw tribal and stuff like that. There's some of my tribal that I've drawn. All my tattoos that I have were drawn by me and actually tattooed by my brother. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to throw tribal. I'm going to paint some tribal all the way down this. And I started penciling it out just because I had an idea of where I wanted to go with it. And I think it's going to look sweet when I'm done. I really want to get started on this, but, you know, I don't usually push off my models. I'll finish them. It's just Miss Piggy was a birth child in my brain, and I keep looking at it, and it's just, there's so much that I want to do to it, and I'm just not having all the time to do it. I only get an hour or so a night to, you know, work on it, and a lot of it was scratch built. You know, I tore into it a lot, but I'm gonna be very happy when it is finally done. Oh, the other thing that I did do to it is we got the front windshield all done. It's all painted up, you know, all sanded down and everything. I got to come back in here and do it a little bit better, but, you know, I'm starting to like it. I'm not too sure about these decals. You know, I turned them clear. Excuse me. I turned them clear, and they started going back to white. That's just a testament of how long I've been working on it. I haven't sealed them in yet. You know, I haven't put the top of Future on it or anything like that. And I'm hoping, I've tested it on another model, that it seals it in and they won't turn back white. So I got to go back through the whole model. I want to finish up some more of my dry brushing on it and everything, but I got to return all these decals transparent again. But, you know, that's going to be a final thing. Truth be told, I actually put the decals on a little too soon. I should have finished the model before I even worked on the decals. But, you know, I get so many ideas going off inside my head, I just got to get it out. I designed all these on the computer. So, you know, this is a very involved model is what this is. And it's going to be really cool when it's done. So, that is what I am up to. I'm going to be working on the models. Dale, I know you want some 50 cals. Problem is, I live in Arizona, man, and my silicone molds shrank. And I've been trying to pour out a couple more 50 cals, and every one of them kept coming out messed up. So I went ahead and made a new mold. Here's the new block mold for it. And you can see the mess that it is on the inside. Okay? it didn't come out like it was supposed to. In fact, I got really fed up about it because I ended up breaking the handles off the last one that I had. So I'm still working on it. I guess that one formed up okay. Yeah, it's not perfect. It was a lot worse when I looked at it, I swear. But and then you just, you know, put it aside and don't mess with it, and it actually, not bad for the first pour on it. When I first opened, I probably opened it up way too soon. All this was still clear. I didn't think it even got down into it. That's one of the problems with trying to pour small things into silicone molds. You really got to depend on gravity a lot. And if you look, I'm not sure if it's going to pick it up. That tiny, tiny little hole right there is where all the resin's got to go into. So you want to create a trough. So it creates a hydraulic pressure to, you know, gravity will push it down into there. And you know, you split them open, you key it, so it goes back together. Now, the original one I did it a 2-piece. In fact, no, that's not it. Where are you at? There you are. It's a 2-piece mold. You know, let me take these off real quick. No, I don't have to all the way. You know, the 2-piece mold is great because then you can kind of pour the resin in and sandwich it together and then, you know, pour in through the fill hole at the top just to make sure that you get it in there. The problem with it is, though, that if you don't keep them together and you're in a very dry, hot place, they tend to shrink. You can minimize that by putting them inside your house, keeping them cool. These were actually out in my garage, and this is not the Zombie Scale Shop. This is actually, you know, the lair. The Zombie Scale Shop is out in the garage. I got all my setup is out there. Thing is, it's just too hot. It's just way too hot to work out there. So I set up a small card table inside my room so I can jam out to my music and finish up my model. So I already supposed to be done. But, you know, that's a problem with silicone. I'm working on a solution. I may change to a different silicone. Just so you know, I am working on it. I'm not going to be sending you things that look like this. You know, that is nowhere. I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't expect you to use it. So, I may do another pour in this one. It's the thing with resins is that, you know, they say 35 minutes it takes before demold time. And that's in cool weather, you know, indoor weather and everything. I keep my house really cold because I work outside all day. So I'm thinking that's what ended up happening was, you know, I waited the 30 minutes, I opened it up, and it was still all gooey inside there. And I was like, man, I didn't even get in there, and just put it away. But it actually got in there. See, I learned something new. So I will pour up a couple more, and we'll see if we can't get your guns out of this mold. I hope so, because the silicone is not cheap. So yeah, that's really what I've been working on, guys. Hope you enjoy the videos. I'll try to put out more. I may do another video this weekend. Stay tuned. If you like the content, you know, subscribe to the channel. Oh, that's the other thing. 50 subscribers in 2 weeks. That's freaking awesome. Thank you so much. You know, the comments that you guys have been posting and everything, I've been looking, reading them all, been conversating back and everything. Man, that's freaking awesome. It's more than what I have ever expected. You know, I figured 5, maybe 10, you know, but 50 in 2 weeks, man, you guys are awesome. So thank you very, very much for welcoming me into the community. So that is where we're at, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one, man.